going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a pretty big day, just as far as trying to get stuff done with the car to get it ready for dyno. Right now, the first thing we're going to do is I do have my trailer, but I want to make sure that it's not going to scrape pulling onto the trailer. It's got a dovetail, it's got ramps, just with the car being lower than most stuff that I would normally put on it. I want to make sure it's not going to scrape and that I'm not going to need like anything special to extend the ramps to make sure it doesn't like scrape on the ramps and screw my bumper up. So that's what we're getting ready to do now. I just got to the storage unit to pull it out, take it over, and try to pull it on the trailer, see how it does. And then after that, I will be washing it because it needs washed very, very bad. It's disgusting. It's covered in dust and pollen probably and whatever else. And then at that point, once I know everything's good, we'll go ahead and I'm going to make it two separate videos. We're going to do this one, which will be kind of throughout the day, and the probably blow-off valve installation. And then the following one after this, I'll probably post either the same day or the following day of this one. It'll be the cold air intake install. So we'll be doing two different videos today. We'll film twice type of deal. This is just going to be all kind of wrapped up into the blow-off valve one. So that being said, we do have a lot to get done today, so let's go ahead and jump into it and get started. Alright guys, so as you can see, we just got the car on the trailer. It went right up on the trailer good. It wasn't, I don't know how close it was. I had my sister watch to make sure that, the bumper wasn't going to hit the trailer or anything like that. So we're good to go as far as the car going onto the trailer, not scraping in that aspect, so that's good. So now we're going to go ahead and get the car off, put everything back. We're going to go ahead and get it washed up because it's very, very dirty. It doesn't look like it, but I promised it is. And then we'll go ahead and start getting the blow-off valve on. Guys, so we just got done washing the Subaru and putting some quick detailer on it and all that good stuff and swept it out and everything. So that is now good to go. So what we're going to do is I already put the parts that we're going to be putting on the car in the trunk. So we're going to go ahead and run it over to the storage unit because we're going to go ahead and do the work on it there. It's just little stuff. It'll take some ratchet sockets, maybe the impact, just little stuff like that. It's not a big deal. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go and get some tools and head over to the storage unit. Alright guys, so we're over in the storage unit. I like that little holder there for my tools. Anyway, we are over in the storage unit now, getting ready to pull this stuff. The blow-off valve is going to be super simple, except for that. So it's literally just this hose, these two bolts, and then I'm going to have to get to that clamp right back in there. I don't know if you can see that guy. That's going to be fun. So I'll probably unbolt that blow-off valve from the intercooler, and then I'll be able to move it around, and it'll give me room to be able to get that clamp off. I don't know if the new one came with a gasket or not. I haven't even opened it. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. Alright guys, so now that we've opened this up, all those other stickers are from like all the packages that I've gotten from Cobb, and I haven't put on my intake because I'm going to put them all on the intake, and I just haven't put them on yet, obviously. So that's what all those are from. There is no gasket in this kit. I believe when me and Bailey originally took all that off, if you watch that video when we were doing the downpipe, we did reuse that gasket. It was fine. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use it again. It should be fine. So we'll just have to be careful with it. So that's that. Let's go ahead and get this put on. Alright guys, so we got the old one off. We're getting ready to put the new one on. It came with this new Cobb hose, and I really like the look of it, but I didn't like, it was the vacuum hose or whatever that went to it. This is to replace that hose, and I was like, man, that's a nice hose, but the one that's on there, it's like, it was buried in there. Like it was way down in there, you can see it. So what I did was I took the sensor off and I took this hose off, and I was expecting it to be a real pain. I had to use some long needle nose pliers that I had to, just kind of get the original hose. I don't know if you guys ever had it. I'm sure if you have like an old hose on something like that, you got to kind of use pliers or something to turn it just to bust it loose. I had to do that with needle nose pliers, and once I did that, it slid right off. I slid this new Cobb hose down there, and it slid right on. So I'm hoping that doesn't give me an issue or anything. I mean, it literally just slid right on. Like, you could tell it was on there. It's tight, but it's not like super tight where you gotta sit there normally and wiggle the heck out of it and whatever. So we got this new stuff on. I'm excited to see that under there instead of the old ugly one. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the new bypass valve on. Alright guys, so after a good bit of fighting with that last hose you just saw me working on, I finally got it on. My best piece of advice to give you is either swap this clip out, like one of those screw type of clamps, or take this clamp entirely off and make sure it locks, lock it wide open, and then put it back on, and then you can slide it back over. It's still a bit of a fight even at that point, but it makes it a lot easier, and then just make sure that it doesn't, unlock itself, I guess, to where it'll be not locked wide open, because I had it happen to me as well. So if you're able to, hold it wide open with pliers, but your best bet is to lock it wide open, get your bypass valve or blow-off valve or whatever in, and then start scooting it up close. And then once you're like at the base of that blow-off valve, bypass valve, whatever, take your pliers, grab it, open it all the way, and then slide it over. So anyway, now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and get this guy installed and hook this Cobb hose up. We will go ahead and shorten it up so we don't have an extra 2.5, 3 foot of hose under the hood. And then we'll go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, so we got that all buttoned up. There is a couple of tricks on here that I do want to go ahead and mention to you guys. On Cobb's website, they said to go ahead and remove this. Now, I personally didn't have any issues with that. I left it on the whole time, and it didn't cause me any issues. The one thing that I did run into that I didn't see on Cobb's website, Some of you guys might catch it, I don't know. So that clamp right there was running into this plastic or metal piece right here. So with that being said, the, I guess, fingers or ears of that clamp that you put your pliers on or whatever to open up was running into that plastic piece. So if you have those, we'll call them fingers, pointing straight towards the driver's side, you're gonna hit that plastic piece and you're not gonna be able to get your blow-off valve or bypass valve mounted back onto your intercooler. So make sure that's kind of tilted up some, or even all the way towards the passenger side. Actually, it probably would have been easier if I did it that way because it's completely wide open. So I feel like an idiot right now. But yeah, that's the only issues that I ran into. Pretty much that clamp was my only fight throughout this whole process. So that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and run back to the house, edit this video, and get part of the Cummins video off my phone because my phone started running out of storage. And then I'll come back over and we'll go ahead and install this cold air intake. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.